it's Chicago to start out. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Jordan is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Rodman. And it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Leonard with a screen on Rose. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Pippen. Here's Chicago. Outside Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Outside DeRozan. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Rose. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Jordan outside. Outside Rose. He takes it in over Lowry. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Outside DeRozan. Pippen against Carter. And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Michael Jordan. Carter outside. Over Rose. The Raptors rebound. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Carter against Pippen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Blocked again. Rose in the post. Now recovering. And it's sent back by Carter. DeRozan finds Carter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Jordan following the score by Vince Carter. Gilmore passes to Rose. And the foul call in Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First game foul.
Outside Rose. Over Lowry. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Here's Leonard. No good. That would have tied it. It's Rodman with the ball for Chicago. And it's Pippen in the corner. Jordan outside. To the middle from inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Rose.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And it's Leonard missing. The Bulls leading by 5. Down low, Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Leonard on the wing. Rodman covering. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Fires for 3. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
Not a shoot-first point guard, but make no mistake, Lowry can shoot from range consistently when given the opportunity.
Pass to Gilmore. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Jordan. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Raptors trail by 4. Bosch passes to Lowry. And here's Leonard. A 3-ball. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The 11-footer. Rose dishes to Rodman. Shot clock at 5. Pippen misses. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Bosch finds Carter. Outside Leonard. Back to Carter. Toronto needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer. Lowry tries again. And the bucket is good from Carter and deep. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Inside. Stolen by Bosch. Here is Carter. Shoots over Pippen. Carter with the bucket. Carter's got 6 points.
Oh, I like that. Good read by BC. An elite, big-time scorer with versatility.
Rose passes to Gilmore. Now Jordan. And another miss by Chicago. To the paint. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Why, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Toronto?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Bulls trail by 3. So timeout called here, the first for Chicago.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Set your move. Let's see what you got. Let's see that.
Toronto on defense. It's a 3-point game. Jordan passes to Pippen. And another miss by Chicago.
KYP. Know your personnel. Challenge the great shooter. Excellent job.
Pass to Carter. Clock at 6. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Pippen. Jordan passes to Gilmore. To end the drought. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Leonard. Back to Stoudemire. basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Siakam is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Chicago also making a switch. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen.
One shot. Shooting one.
Free throw good, Stoudemire.
And how about that skill set that Stoudemire possesses? A lethal mix of speed and shooting. Love watching the Mighty Mouse play.
Now here's Rose. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
And here is Stoudemire. Siakam outside. Carter looking around. Bosch a screen on Jordan. And again, Toronto no up. Chicago trailing. Gilmore passes to Rose. Michael Jordan on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got his second bucket.
And not much else you can do. I mean, defensively, you try to make it hard on Jordan without fouling, but he's just too dialed in. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Outside Leonard. And it's Bosch in the corner. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Now here's Butler. Scoreless thus far. And some changes here for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's DeRozan in for Carter. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Pippen comes in for Jordan. Right side, Butler. Outside, Rose. 5 to shoot. Nifty move. Oh!
Wow. Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
Toronto trailer. Stoudemire with the ball. Left side, Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's Rose. Outside Pippen. Lets it go with a 3. Siakam pulls it in. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. And stolen by Love. Pass to Rose. 1:53 left in the first. Now Noah. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Kicks it out to Love. And here's Pippen. Guarded by Stoudemire. A second chance effort. And the way up good by Pippen. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Rose against Stoudemire. Outside DeRozan. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Some solid defense from Butler. Outside Rose. Pass to Butler. Noah with a screen for Butler. And there's the drive.
Well, that's an example to me of the attack mindset of Jimmy Butler. Puts it on the deck, draws contact. Simple.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
First one falls for him.
Simply stated, Jimmy Butler is a winner and a game changer. This guy will compete on both ends of the floor, gives you everything he has.
And Toronto making a change here. Barnes is checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. P.J. Armstrong's checked in for Rose. And so Butler nails both of them.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency. Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
Chicago leading. It's Pippen on the wing. Covered by Barnes. And then Pippen slams it in.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Pippen's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Stoudemire kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Stoudemire. 3-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Now Armstrong. Here's Noah. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the sheer physicality of Noah, even the foul won't deter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
For Chicago, Joakim Noah. One shot.
And that one misses.
And how about that quiet confidence with which Noah plays? A long, skilled defender who also chips in occasionally on the offensive end.
And so it's Chicago with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Siakam is out there with Davis. Then it's Stoudemire. Then it's Barnes. And it's DeRozan in at the 2. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. DeRozan against Butler. Outside DeRozan. Down low. Here's Davis. Noah with the block.
Well, Joakim Noah making his presence felt on the defensive end.
The kick outside to Butler. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Davis, the pass to Stoudemire. Davis setting the pick for Stoudemire. Here he goes. Butler with the steal. Noah in the post. Davis is there. And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
And the Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Rodman's checked in. Here's Butler. And Barnes sends it back.
Get those long arms to work, Scottie Barnes. Send it back, young sir.
And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Ball's knocked loose. Pippen with the steal.
You know, anticipate.
Yeah, gotta respect the quickness of Pippen. Just terrific at getting to the right spot there in transition.
Raptors trail by 10. Siakam outside. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
When Kyle Lowry touches that painted area, he is aggressive to score it, and he is so able to finish on the interior.
Pippen with the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
That one goes. Count it. DeRozan's got his first points of the game.
Well, this guy is so good at keeping his focus on the rim. DeMar DeRozan likes going right at the defense.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Scottie Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Guys, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, your record, 2, 6, draw through. Big hearts. One more time, Gio. Let's hear it for your record, Little Bala.
Here is Lowry. He's got 5.
Come to me.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. It's Pippen on the wing. 11 points in the game. Pass to Armstrong. Pippen, a screen on Stoudemire. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Butler. Stoudemire grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Butler against DeRozan. Outside Lowry. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Bargnani is checked in for Toronto. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Stoudemire. The Bulls also changing it up. Stone's checked in, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. Here's Rose. He's got 9. Pippen with the wide open look. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Bargnani. And Bargnani throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
They set the pick. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Over Lowry. Rose, no good. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 7. Right side, DeRozan. Fades back. Rodman with the rebound.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Love dishes to Rose. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Pippen outside. Back to Love. Rodman kicks to Love. Over Leonard. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And stolen by Barnes. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is one thing that Kyle Lowry does well. Gets off the basketball and able to rise and fire on the catch. Impressive shot.
Chicago calls timeout. Carter, he's checked in for Toronto. Chicago leading by 4. Outside, Jordan. Rodman kicks to Pippen. Jordan outside. Jordan punishing them inside.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
And so here's Toronto. Bounce pass from Lowry. Leonard, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Noah. Here's Chicago. Pass to Rodman. And the whistle blows. It's going to be at Andrea Bargnani. That's his first foul. Siakam is checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors. Number 43.
On defense, Toronto. 6-point game. Jordan against Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. That's short off the rim. Toronto with the ball. Out to the right wing. And here's Lowry. 8 points for him. Leonard, no luck.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Shooting for Chicago, Derrick Rose. At the line for 1.
Free throw, good, Rose. Raptors trail by 9. Outside Leonard. Back to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. It's all in by the Bulls. Noah's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose against Lowry. Nice step back to get it off. Rose has got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
That's he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
Stolen by Rose. Here's Rodman. Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And it's Carter missing. Now the Bulls with it. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Outside Rose. Takes it inside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
And the Raptors call time here. Bulls making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. Down by 15. A 3 from Leonard. And that's collected by Grant.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
5 on the clock. Outside for Jordan. Outside Rose. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rose has got 17 now.
A sound decision maker with a reliable jump shot. Rose is more than comfortable in catch and shoot situations.
Poked away and stolen by Jordan. Jumps up and Jordan throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Bargnani. Now here's Leonard. Will it go? And that's collected by Grant.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Rodman outside. Floats it up for Grant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And here's Toronto. And the Raptors call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Here comes the Raptors YYZ, which means we need you to get loud right now.
Some changes here for the Raptors. Chris Bosh is checked in for Bargnani. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Bulls making a switch here. Pass to DeRozan. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Bosh, a screen on Rose. Three-pointer, Lowry. Rebound by the Bulls. Rose scanning the floor. It's Pippen on the wing. Over Carter, and the Bulls tack on two more.
Lethal from the mid-range. Pippen doesn't need much airspace to feel comfortable with that jumper.
Carter outside. Pass to Lowry. Pocket 6. No good again that time. Outside Pippen. Here's Rodman. Right side Rose. Now here's Pippen, defended by Carter. And Scottie Pippen the bucket on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. And it's the Raptors' ball. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Bosh. Back to DeRozan. Carter on the wing. Bosh sets the pick for Carter. Shoots over Pippen. The putback, and Bosh able to finish.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Outside Rose with the drive, and the shot goes in. Rose has got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. So for Chicago right now, we've got Jordan. Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Gilmore in at the 5. Inside, and then Rodman with the dunk.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And it's the Raptors' ball. Now here is Carter. Left side, DeRozan. Bosh heads the pick for DeRozan. Oh, the power on that throwdown!
Wow, that vertical is unbelievable. DeRozan pulls off the jam. Those poor defenders.
DeRozan's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Pippen outside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
For 3.
Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pippen's gotten 2 of his 5 attempts from deep to go. Outside Bosh. Pass to DeRozan, and here's Carter. Here's Leonard. Rodman covering. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got 9.
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
Jordan a screen on Lowry. Lowry against Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Toronto ball.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. DeRozan against Jordan. Leonard the pass to Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. He tries for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Jordan outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
There's a ferocity and intensity to Jordan, but he also has the finesse and skill.
Jordan's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
Always putting in the hours. Show him some love, fans.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. Rose with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the 3-point lane.
Now Jordan. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bosh the screen. Off pass to Bosh. Rodman with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
When you think Vince Carter, dunking is probably the first thing that comes up, but Vince is also someone who can be a first option. Tremendously talented.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Jordan outside. Just 4 to shoot. Over Leonard. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 13.
Yeah, it's just amazing the hang time Jordan gets, even on a simple jumper.
Outside Leonard.
Yeah, easy call.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Both good from the line that time. Rose with the ball. 19 points in the game. Jordan kicks to Pippen. Pass to Jordan. Shoots over DeRozan. Jordan's shot is off. And here are the Raptors now. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? Thank you, Allie. Rose against Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Now Leonard. Bosh, that's the pick for Leonard. Right side Bosh. Leonard trying to break free. And it's Bosh, that time on the assist by Leonard.
And Bosh has a beautiful stroke from the mid-range. Once you give him room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Here's Pippen. 20 points for him.
Offensive screen set out of bounds. Raptors ball.
Rose against Lowry. Over Rose. Rebounded by Rodman. Rodman's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pippen dishes to Rose. Pass to Rodman. Outside Rose. Just 5 on the clock. From the baseline. Toronto grabs the miss. Bosh kicks to low. Back to Bosh. And the dunk by Bosh.
And Bosh can use his size like he did there. And he can step out and hit the jump shot as well. You love the versatility.
Bosh has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Pippen a screen on DeRozan. Jordan outside. 6 to shoot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, the body control and focus. I mean, Jordan able to draw the foul and still finish the basket.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Outside DeRozan. Stoudemire setting the pick for DeRozan. They swipe it. To the middle, Leonard with the steal. Bosch looking around. Pass to Stoudemire. Bosch, a screen on Armstrong. Stoudemire, and a miss there on the triple.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Jordan, a screen on Carter. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity? Butler with the highlight reel attack.
Now Stoudemire. Outside Leonard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Chicago making a switch here. Sloan's checked in.
Number 4, Jerry Sloan.
So it's Toronto now. Bosch heads the pick for Leonard. 4 on the clock over Love. And again, Toronto no up. And so here is Chicago. Jacks up a 3. It's good from long range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Leonard on the wing. To end the run, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
So it's Toronto now. 5 to shoot. Here's Stoudemire. It's all in by the Bulls. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Armstrong. Pass to Noah. Sloan deciding where to go with it. Armstrong passes to Love. Makes it off the glass. Love's got his first basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. A 3-pointer off the mark. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And again, Toronto no up.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Love with the screen for Butler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on DeRozan.
Boy, you almost feel bad for the defender here, right? He tries to challenge Jimmy Butler's shot, times it pretty well, but gets tricked by the pump fake. Oh.
And the first one drops. Both teams will make substitutions. And so Butler nails both of them. And so here's Toronto. And here is Stoudemire. Over Armstrong. And it's Stoudemire missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Goes back up, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Here's Peterson, and the Raptors miss again. To Sloan, right wing. Armstrong with it. Pocket 6. Here's Butler. Out to Kukoc. Hits it from three-point range. Kukoc has got his first 3 points of the game.
Love the assertiveness from Kukoc, a valuable offensive weapon for this team.
1:14 left in the third. Stoudemire inside. He's covered by Armstrong. Trying to end the drought. Noah with the block. Armstrong against Stoudemire. Armstrong gets the bucket. Armstrong's got 5 points so far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
51 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Peterson. Kicks it out to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stoudemire. It's hauled in by the Bulls. To the inside. Here's Armstrong. And Barnes sends it back. Stoudemire left side. Fires from 14, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Davis is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Stoudemire in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
One shot.
That's good from Love. And here are the Raptors now. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
And the Bulls with possession. Here's Theus. Outside, Kukoc. Here's Sloan. 6 on the shot clock. And Love gets it to go. Love's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Outside, Leonard. Pass to Siakam. From outside, off the mark. Love finds Butler. Down low. Love with the bucket.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Chicago with the ball. Pass to Butler. Love with the screen on Lowry. Bobbed up there for Love. Here's Theus. Got it. Good job in the low post. Theus has got his first points in this one.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And it's Kukoc with the jam.
And with his height, Kukoc doesn't have a long way to go for the slam. He just pops up there and puts that one down.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's Leonard. Inside, here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick-and-roll game to perfection.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Sloan passes to Love. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now Stoudemire. Pass to Leonard. And it's good, 2 points. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Love with the screen on Stoudemire. And then Love with the jam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Stoudemire. Outside Leonard. And again, it's Toronto converting. And so it's Sloan with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a pick by Love. Into the lane. Kukoc kicks to Butler. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. Sloan's got his first points of the night.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Pass to Siakam. Davis setting the pick for Siakam. And he's good on the three ball.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam now with a tighter handle, now can manipulate the defense as that guy dictating action in pick and roll play.
Here's Theus, guarded by Stoudemire, and it's good for 2. And here is Stoudemire. To the middle, and stolen by Love. Pass to Sloan. Here's Theus. Lobbed up there for Love. And stolen by Siakam. Outside Leonard. Outside Lowry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Pass to Butler. Love outside. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
So both teams making some changes here. And it's the Bulls with the ball. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Theus has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Outside Bosch. Here's Peterson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Butler. And that one is good.
Well, listen, we know that Butler possesses this ability. Break down off the dribble, defender just left hanging.
Lowry with the ball. Pass to Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got 13 points in the second half.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
And here is Noah. He's covered by Bosch. Here's Sloan. Right side, Butler. Shot clock at 5. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Three-pointer, Lowry connects from three-point range.
I think in terms of Kyle Lowry's value, it all starts with his jump shooting ability. There's a lot to like, but that might be his bread and butter.
There's the try. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Leans checked in for Butler.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And here's Toronto. Pass to Lowry. Back to Leonard. Over to the wing. Bosch, a screen on Kukoc. Up pass to Bosch. Stolen by Noah. Levine with it. Lowry picks him up. Here's Sloan. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Carter outside. And that one, good. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Grant comes in for Kukoc, and it's Jimmy Butler in for Levine. Another shot, and the nice bucket inside from Bosch.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, we know how hard this guy works and how skilled he is at it.
Thea's the pass to Butler. Noah with a screen for Butler. Pass to Noah. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Bosch.
Oh, using that length on defense, Bosch positioning himself well to come up with the block.
Bosch, that's the pick for Leonard. Noah with the block. Here's Butler. Pass to Theus. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
And here are the Bulls now.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Here's Theus. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
.156 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside DeRozan. Lowry a screen on Butler. And DeRozan kicks to Leonard. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Theus. Pass to Sloan. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Butler, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They can see Jimmy Butler moving without the basketball, getting into his shot window, and that's a nice catch and shoot.
Butler's gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go. Now here's Leonard. Bosch, a screen on Grant. Leonard attacking. Oh!
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
1:09 left to play here in the 4th. Pass to Butler. Noah with a screen on DeRozan. Inside. And Noah with the slam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And here's Toronto. Outside DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Now DeRozan. Bosch, that's the pick for DeRozan. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
So it's Chicago now. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Going inside, and Levine with the slam.
Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Leonard dishes to Lowry. Bosch, a screen on Butler. Shot clock at 6. And Chris Bosch with the slam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Scottie Pippen.